Live from the BBC at an undisclosed location, it's Night Calls with Spaghetti and Meatball, bringing you the most unhinged sex, dating, and relationship advice you definitely don't want. And now, here are your hosts, Spaghetti and Meatball.
Hey, what's up, everyone? We're back. Welcome to Night Calls with Spaghetti and Meatball. I am Meatball. That's Spaghetti.
Yes, I am. You got that backwards the first time.
I did get that backwards. I did get that backwards the first time. Thanks for everyone for joining us on our second show. It's great to be back. Cheers to show number 2. Thanks for everyone joining in right now and to everyone who submitted their questions, their topics, and we got a great show tonight. So yeah. How was your weekend? Good?
Pretty fucking good, dude.
All right, I'm happy to hear that. Like, I was good too. I'm in my Sunday Reds right now. It's Master Sunday. I feel pretty good right now. Like, I won some bets and big golf guy for Masters weekend. So I'm ready to get into some unhinged talk right now with everything. So.
Yeah, less golf, more sex.
I like the way that sounds. Yes, Peter, that is, I got a lot of legs showing right now. I got a lot of leg. I know.
Got to charge for that.
Yeah. All right. So, I created a couple new segment cards. Max is always going to be part of the show as always, but let's get into the foreplay. That's what we're calling our first segment here, the foreplay. I had this bookmarked for a while, and we're going to start off with Pornhub was actually banned in Texas. So if you haven't heard the story recently, that there was a law that passed that basically said that it comes down to Pornhub had to comply with a Texas law which try to protect minors, and they had to get verification for their sites and everything like that, which I think it's kind of stupid at the moment. But this HB 1181 also requires websites to display slew of scary health warnings, including claiming that porn is potentially biologically addictive, is proven to harm human brain development, weakens brain function, is associated with low self-esteem and body image, and mental illness, and increases demand for prostitution, child exploitation, and child pornography. Right there, that is a lot of funny stuff right there, because if porn and Pornhub is responsible for weakens brain function, weakens your brain development, I might be the dumbest motherfucker on the face of the earth.
You and me both.
Like, we would just be a whole fucking society of dumb people.
Are we not, though?
We are.
They might be on to something.
No, that is true. The thing that wows me out about the whole Pornhub being banned is that don't they know that they can just do a little pop-up screen that says, "Are you 18? Yes or no?" I feel like that's what most sites do nowadays. It's explicit material ahead. Are you 18? Yes or no? And then you hit yes, and you get access to all the free goodies. If not, then they send you back to google.com or something.
So my understanding of the issue was that they wanted Pornhub to jump through all those hoops with ID verification, and Pornhub was like, "No, that's too much. We're not going to do that."
Okay, so that's when they say ID verification.
You probably have to scan your ID to access Pornhub, which is first of all, that's just extra. Second of all, now the internet has your ID.
Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense to me, because even if I go to Pornhub, right, and it says okay, show me your ID. I'm going to a fucking bar or something. I'm like 21, I'm underage, and I'm trying to get, I'm like 20, trying to get into a bar or something. Like, show me your ID. Like, if I know I'm gonna get turned away, I'm just gonna go to another site like X videos or X hamster or something. There's a million fucking porn sites. Like Pornhub, like it's amazing that they're just targeting like one specific site, because like you don't have to go to Pornhub for a lot of your porn needs. You can go anywhere. You can type in titties, and guess what? Pornhub probably won't be the first site that pops up. Maybe, okay.
Depends on your algorithm.
That's true.
But yeah, it's I think they did say that the rule about sharing a health warning ahead of time got struck down.
Okay.
So that's not a thing. So that's like how they have the cigarettes in Europe, where they have the big fucking label on it. I think that's what they were trying to go for, but they got struck down.
So funny thing, when I've been to Europe a couple times, and the first time I went with a buddy who actually smoked. So he's like, I need to get a pack of cigarettes. And when you buy it, the warning label on the box, it's not that, oh, it can kill you, it can give you lung disease, cancer, all that. It said, when you translate it, it says it'll lower your sperm count.
Whatever gets the people concerned.
So, like, if that doesn't deter you from smoking in Europe, like, I don't know what will, because I think that was the funniest thing. It was like, man, no, fuck cancer, fuck lung disease. You don't want low sperm count in Europe, so don't smoke. Like,
I think that's a great public health strategy, honestly.
yeah, it probably is. Like, if you told people that in America, there might be a lot less smokers if you.
Right.
So we had a friend of ours submit a video, because it's not only in Texas, it's also in North Carolina. And when our friend went to visit Pornhub, this is the and it's a minute and a half long, so bear with us, but it's actually pretty funny, the disclaimer that you get when you visit Pornhub in North Carolina.
Us to verify your age before granting you access to our website. While safety and compliance are at the forefront of our mission, giving your ID card every time you want to visit an adult platform is not the most effective solution for protecting our users, and in fact, will put children and your privacy at risk. In addition, mandating age verification without proper enforcement gives platforms the opportunity to choose whether or not to comply. As we've seen in other states, this just drives traffic to sites with far fewer safety measures in place. Very few sites are able to compare to the robust trust and safety measures we currently have in place. In order to protect children and user privacy, any legislation must be enforced against all platforms offering adult content. The safety of our users is one of our biggest concerns. However, the best and most effective solution for protecting children and adults alike is to identify users by their device and allow access to age-restricted materials and websites based on that identification. Until a real solution is offered.
All right, I'm cutting it off right there, because, like, one, if that came up every time I went to go to Pornhub, I'm never getting a fucking hard on again in my entire life.
She was cute.
She was. That was Cherry. I think that's Cherry DeVille, porn star extraordinaire.
You know what my first thought about that video is that she was a better speaker than the woman who did the Republican rebuttal to the State of the Union.
Yeah.
Would listen to her 10 out of 10 times.
100%. But yeah, I guess just put that video on there right now, and that's gonna deter you from ever watching porn ever again, because that's just gonna make your shit go fucking limp and like, fuck it, nah, I don't want to watch porn ever again. But like, again, like, the whole thing is like, think of the children. Like, is that I don't get if they're trying to say it's like for underage people do like underage porn, or is it like some 14-year-old in their parents' basement, like, trying to search for porn? Because, like,
It's that one.
because, like, if that's the fact, if a 14-year-old is determined to see titties, you can see titties no matter what. Like, they're everywhere. You don't need to go to Pornhub to see them anymore. Like, you can see them on, like, Instagram, basically. it's, you know,
You
it's,
see them on Twitter.
yeah. Yeah. And so the fact that they're trying to make this,
Pussy in bio.
there is a lot of pussy in bio, nudes in bio, everything's in a bio right now. Like, what isn't in a bio right now? I don't know. But yeah, I think this whole thing is just a fucking waste of time. It's like the whole fucking 80s war on drugs. Yes, we're gonna stop all the drugs. You're not gonna fucking stop porn. Like, porn is everywhere. Like, having people show ID to get to a porn site is just absolutely fucking stupid, because no one's, all it's gonna do is just diminish traffic to Pornhub and go to other more explicit sites that might actually have bots and viruses and stuff like that. So I just think I think it's just fucking Texas and North Carolina can go fuck themselves. Like, I think it's absolutely fucking
That's
stupid.
what they're trying to prohibit.
Yeah. I can see their argument, but it's a very faulty, wasted.
It's just grandstanding.
It is. It is. All right. So we got one more segment on the foreplay. Like the shocker I did after that, for that image.
That was your hand? That was your
I-
tea lady?
That was my dainty lady hand.
Hell yeah.
Herb Lawrence, saw titties without the internet when I was growing up. With it, much easier nowadays. Kids will seek it out and seek it easy. Yep. 100% true. Okay, so I got another story here I want to bring up. And this goes into dating. So there is this woman in Toronto. She actually came up with this crazy idea where she was going to go around, and she's kind of an introvert. She was going to go around and find an easy way to meet men, so to speak. And her name is Michelle. I'm not going to give out her last name. She's 24 years old, from Toronto, Canada. But she would go around and she would stamp people's hands. She bought a stamp and would stamp people's hands and say with phrases of like, you should call me. So here's the article here. It says she finds it easier to stamp a guy than they fancy, rather than try to make eye contact and strike up a conversation. We're all a bit introverted, we thought. Let's get a stamp, she told the paper. It's easier than making eye contact. It's a nice little icebreaker. The friends put their stamps to the test. We'd ask a guy, can you give us your hand? They'd say, what are you going to do to us? We'd stamp them. And they'd say, I see what this is now. So she met her boyfriend at the gym. She said her friend did end up scoring a free drink. One free drink because of the stamp. So my question to you is, would you go around stamping a guy's hands that say like, you're cute, you should call me. If you're single, you should call me. Would you stamp random people's hands?
Are you asking me personally? Because I would not go up to guys.
Okay, would you go up to women and stamp their hands? And would you buy a stamper that's with like your Instagram handle on it or your Twitter handle and say, you're cute, call me? Would that be, is this for the younger crowd? Is this a pro move or is this a fucking cringe move?
I wouldn't do that. I would think it's weird if someone did that to me. I did read the whole article, contrary to popular belief. I can read. At the bottom, it said that Gen Zers prefer to date virtually than date in person. So I'm just like, y'all just stay in the fucking house. Like, you don't deserve to date if you can't do it.
The funny thing about this, it's like, she talked about how she's introverted, which is fine, but like it's easy to make an eye contact. How do you expect to date if you can't make eye contact with someone? Like, this is the thing that kind of gets me upset, like grinds my gears when I hear about the Gen Z, how they don't want to talk on the phone. They don't want to.
I'm talking on the phone stuff.
I mean, I grew up on talking on phones, so that's just me. But it just kind of like, I don't get it how like you can't like just how hard it is when like carrying a normal conversation with someone and like try to get to know someone and then like be like, yeah, this person's cool or this person's not. But like to go up and just stamp them and be like, hey, fucking, like call me or like all that stuff. That seems a little fucking weird to me.
Yeah, I think the idea is that like it's cute. She probably made money selling those stamps, which like get that bag, you know. But like if the idea is to eventually start a conversation, then just start it at the bar.
Yeah. The funny thing is like her idea didn't even work. Like she met her fucking current boyfriend at a gym, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of what you're trying to accomplish. My thing from a guy perspective is like, if I had some girl, if I was at a bar with my buddies and some girl like came up and stamped me, I would be like, okay, I gotta wash this shit off immediately because like if I go home with my wife and she sees like, well, what's this stamp on your hand? And it's some Instagram handle, or it's like, if you're single, call me. I got a lot of explaining to do then. I got a fucking lot of explaining to do that why some random girl is like coming up and stamping me when I'm out at a bar with my buddies. Like, I feel like you kind of gotta be like, hey, start with, are you single? And then like, yes. And it's boom, okay. Strike a conversation. But like to just start going and randomly like stamping people's hands, I think that's a little aggressive, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't like random people touching me at a bar. So like someone's asking to get punched in the face, if you ask me.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. So hopefully that girl she finds true love. She never has to worry about going in. But she did say that if she ever becomes single again, she would definitely go back to the stamping process. So
Good
guys,
for her.
guys, if you ever get stamped at a bar, some girl in Toronto was the reason for that. So all right. So that's some foreplay. We got a good topic at the end of the show, but let's get to some listener questions and some topics and all that good stuff. This is why we're here. We're here to give the advice that you don't want.
We're givers.
We're givers, right? All right. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna pull these up in random. These aren't in any particular order. Okay, first question. What signs can a person look for when they aren't sure if they should start dating after a breakup?
Like signs from the other person or like signs that they're ready.
I think it's more like signs that they're ready to start dating.
I think they should just fuck someone and see how they feel.
That's they say that the best way to get over someone is to get under someone. I think that if you're single and you fuck someone and you catch feelings immediately, you're probably not ready to be in a relationship right away.
On the other hand, if you're just out of a breakup and you fuck someone and you're like, oh my God, I feel terrible, I want my ex back, you're still not ready. But if you're like, yeah, that was fun, I could do that again, bet.
Yeah. Like you do a couple of those and then maybe you're ready to get back into, because like the thing is like I guess people say it's like when you're not looking is when it happens.
Exactly.
So I feel like if you detach yourself from the situation and you go out, you have fun, you go on dates, you just don't give a shit, then just let it come to you and let it happen naturally. But like,
come to you.
if there's the sign is like, if you're hunting for something, if you're hunting for a relationship, most of the time it's not going to happen. Like you're going to give off like aggressive, like vibes and needy vibes, whatever, and then it's going to be like, oh, that person wants to be, and that's when you know you're not ready to be in a relationship. Is when you're projecting to be in a relationship. Like that's, in my opinion, is when you know you're not ready, because when you're ready is when you don't care.
I like Aaron's comment. If you look, they will come.
Yeah,
Be taken a lot of ways.
that could be taken a lot of ways.
Yeah, no, but you're right though. Like if you go out and you're like, I just don't want to be lonely, I want to be in a relationship, you're gonna end up with the wrong person. You're gonna force something that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So you should definitely do that. Just fuck it.
Just go be in a relationship with the wrong
Why not?
person. You know.
Life is short, date the
Yeah, I think we've all been there where we've all been in a relationship with the wrong person, and then it's like, oh shit.
Fuck.
I got into like a funny story. I got into a relationship with the wrong person because at one point in my life, I was so grateful to have sex that I screamed out that we should be together during sex. And that completely backfired because she said, I agree. And I was like, next morning, I was like, fuck. Like, wait, what did I do?
You couldn't pay me to
I mean, I don't care. Like, but that's a true story. Like, I was in a little bit of what they call a slump, you know,
you
and
needed a slump buster.
I was just so grateful to have sex. I was like, oh, we should be together. And I was like, immediately, like, the next morning, oh fuck, I immediately regret this decision.
Did you at least have more sex?
Yeah, we ended up dating for like a year. Mostly because I couldn't.
Now we're married.
It was not Sarah. I'm happy that she worked out, but the other one I dated her for like a year, and it was just like, ah, fuck, I should have just next morning I should have just grown a sack and said like, yeah, no, I didn't really mean that yesterday. I kind of just said it drunkenly in the middle heat of the moment. And that's how I know I wasn't ready for a relationship.
Learning experience.
Yeah, so don't do what I did. Don't never, ever, ever ask your person you're banging if they want to be in a relationship
While you're banging.
That is a 100% recipe for disaster. Do not follow my lead whatsoever on that one. Just wait till the next morning. Everyone's thoughts and mindsets change after you fucking come. So, all right. Let's get to the next topic here. All right. Spaghetti and Meatball. Do either of you have experience with OnlyFans? Is it a scam or should I give it a try? I personally don't have experience with it.
So you're asking those.
I mean, like maybe I could do do some feet pics or something, and like
Put those away.
hey, people in the comments.
Viewers.
People in the comments are complimenting my calves and my my feet right here. So yeah, there's been a few there's been a few calves and feet pics. So thank you for that. But yes, I don't have a personal experience with OnlyFans. The thing I don't get with OnlyFans is that like, do people not know porn is free?
But they want a specific person. They're supporting the artist.
Is that what the artist of the pussy?
Yes.
Or the dick? Because let's be honest, there's I don't know what the ratio is, but there's probably 9 to 1 girl to guy.
Probably.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm assuming there's not that many like OnlyFans accounts for guys unless they're like, I don't know, hey, come watch me fuck this girl. I don't think there's that many people subscribing. Yeah, I mean, maybe there probably is a big gay community for OnlyFans. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't subscribe to OnlyFans. I don't do OnlyFans, but I will say this. I don't think it's a scam because I think you can make legit money off it.
Just remember to pay your taxes.
That's true. You're an independent contractor. The only reason why I say if you should try it, my only advice would be like, if you think you have a lot of people who want to see you naked, then fucking do it. Former WWE star Mandy Rose, she left the industry. She started an OnlyFans, and she makes more money than she did in WWE. Same thing with former UFC fighter Paige Van Zandt. She quit. She started her own OnlyFans account, and she said she makes way more money than she did ever fighting. So
You seem to know a lot about women on OnlyFans for someone who claims to have never been on OnlyFans.
look, just because I know about it doesn't mean I'm paying fucking $10-20 a month to see.
Is that the rate?
I don't know. I don't know what people charge. You're trying to. I feel like you're trying to trap me here in something.
I am exactly.
I'm speculating at the moment because I don't know what people charge. Right? It could be $5, $10, $20. It probably could even be more than that. But I know like for Mandy Rose and Paige Van Zandt, they had like, you know, because I follow a lot of UFC, I follow a lot of wrestling, so like I know like they left and started OnlyFans accounts, and they make a shit ton of money off it, but they're also because they're celebrities, and I don't know if they're what kind of content they're putting out on the stream, and I highly doubt that it's like hardcore or anything. It's probably like Instagram photos or something,
Yeah.
you know, or like just covering up with hands or something. Like I don't know, but like I can't imagine that they're doing any like hardcore nudity on these pages, because if they were, they would be all over the interwebs. But I say like I don't have experience, you don't have experience, but if you feel like you can make a couple $2-3 off it, go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Go for it. See what you get for you know. And I hope you get success, and I hope you make money off it. But I don't think it's a scam. It's not for me. Because if I was gonna go for porn, I would just go for the free stuff. I wouldn't go for the paid stuff. That's me personally. Like Celeste said, there's probably a lot of people out there who want to pay for.
They want a certain person.
Yeah.
The person probably has an angle, you know.
Yeah.
So I get it.
And I'm sure there's probably like some of those people who subscribe want like what they call the girlfriend experience.
Sure.
You know, you can get that like if you get like a high end escort or something, they'll do like the girlfriend experience. They'll do all that kind of, you know, romantic stuff with you, and maybe that's what some people need. Maybe they need that, and you know, maybe it's a lot cheaper than, you know, $500 for the night or something. I don't know, but I wish you well on the OnlyFans.
And let us know if it's a scam
Yes,
or how much you make.
yes. Send us your tax returns.
What's next?
All right, next up. Is it wrong of me to constantly sneak peeks at my coworker's ass? I never say or do anything inappropriate, but I definitely look often. It is not wrong, and you should look.
I would say it wasn't wrong until you just said it right now. Gotta be discreet about that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little window shopping. I don't know what kind of workplace you work at, but we all have a hot coworker or two.
Yeah. Real quick, from my wife, she said Denise Richards makes $2 million a month. A fucking month on OnlyFans? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I think everyone's seen Denise Richards naked before. Like, what more are you gonna see for like $2 million a month? Shit, good for her. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with sneaking a peek at your coworkers. That's just as long as you don't.
Just like, don't be weird.
Yeah, don't be like blatantly staring at it like no,
Like, don't say anything or touch. Just look.
just look, but don't touch. I think I think everyone has. Everyone's got like an attractive coworker. Like, you know, everyone's gonna take a peek. You know, you try, you don't make it too obvious. You do the glancing look, and then you know, it's like we just had the eclipse like last week. It's like look at the eclipse. You glance and then you look away.
You stare at your coworkers.
Yeah, you're gonna burn your retinas out, and you're gonna be in HR finding yourself fired. So it's like, think of it then. It's like looking at the eclipse. You just glance and then you look away. Like, so yeah, good for. Just don't get caught. We didn't. All right, move on. This one's was a last minute request. Celeste, I'm going to ask you on this. Thoughts on HBIC's green and red soft style on a first date? Instant turn on. So
I don't even know what that means.
So yeah, it's kind of a stupid question to be honest, but it's I when I do a burrito, I like to do the green sauce on one side and the red sauce on the other side. So if we were on a date and I took you for burritos and you saw me putting green salsa on one side, take a bite, red salsa on the other side, take another bite, would you go on a second date, or would you just be like, fuck, this guy's weird?
I would have no opinion about you doing that.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
If you eat your burrito, however the fuck, that sounds good. Having both options.
Thank you.
Green and red sauce.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not getting turned on by that, but like, I'm not also not getting the ick from that.
And that's all I expect for it. I don't want to give ick, right?
That's the bare minimum.
Yeah, just don't give ick. Like, I'm not trying to turn you on. I'm just trying not to turn you on.
Goals.
Just coasting to the pussy. All right. Your eyes are amazing, to be honest. Well, thank you. I think I have very beautiful eyes.
You do.
Thank you. And that's probably a bot question, to be honest. I'm gonna save this one for last here. Next one is Spaghetti single. I'm gonna say no, she's not. Spaghetti comes in a box with the rest of the spaghetti.
There's probably, I don't know, maybe 100 strands in there, maybe more.
Yeah, spaghetti is never single. It always comes in a box. Hey. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one here. Do you have advice when two boys want me, but I really like both?
Fuck both of them.
Fuck both of them. Okay, that's good advice. So you fuck both, and then you figure out which one.
Right. So if you like both emotionally, they both like you emotionally, one of them might be better than the other at sex.
That's true. I'm gonna go with my advice for this would be you have to go old school 90s sitcom, and you have to take them both at a date at the same time and place next door to each other, and then you go back and forth from your date, and you find out what wacky shenanigans happens, and then you find out who's gonna stay with you when you eventually get caught, and then who's gonna leave. So you have to old school 90s sitcom. That's how you find out if you like both.
And then have a threesome.
Or do that too. Better yet,
Oh, I know
better yet. I like your thinking because you can propose the option like, hey, let's have a threesome and then see who backs out. It's like what was the old like when you were in school, you went to Catholic school?
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So I did forget that. My apologies for assuming.
I just want to know where you're going with Catholic school and threesomes.
There's a lot of different segments I can go with Catholic school and threesomes. So there was this old story they used to tell in the Bible where it was some dude was gonna like take a baby and they were gonna split the baby in half, and then the one woman was like, Max, okay, hi, sorry, hi, you need to go down. Sorry. So there was the story like they're gonna take the baby, they're gonna split the baby in half, and the one dude was like yes, we want both of us should have half the baby. The other person was like, no, I'd rather see the baby with that person than the baby harm. And then the king was like, yeah, okay, you're the true father of the baby because you don't want to see the baby harm.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying that translates to who wants to be with you more in a threesome. If you propose it and the one person says, no, I'm out, that person doesn't really care about you.
Proposing like a fight to the death during the threesome.
I'm not proposing.
There's a winner.
If that works too, then absolutely. But I'm saying like if you propose a threesome, the one guy says no, and the other guy says I'm in. Maybe that's the guy for you, then, or the person for you, guy, girl, whatever. That's the person for you. That the person who wants to stick around wants you for you, and is willing to put up with a threesome to make it work. Whereas the other person who runs away doesn't really want you, just wants the moment. So the Bible has the Bible has taught me a lot when it comes to dating and threesomes. All right, let's see, get some comments here. Yeah, I got. This is the Solomon eye for an eye. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Jesus, mom is not as hot.
It's not what?
Yeah,
She's just not.
I don't know. if you can't decide your relationship yet. And yes, Sam, I am giving all the bad advice early. That is, Simon Jackie, the Judgment of Solomon, First Kings, you heathens. See, okay, I'm happy some people.
About time for Jackie.
I'm happy some people get where I was trying to go with this. It was King Solomon who gonna split the baby in half. That's how you handle if both guys want to date with you. You just close a threesome and see who runs fast. All right. Next question here. How does someone who is terrified of women talk to women?
Start with a female therapist. Figure out why you're afraid and go from there.
My answer: how does someone who is terrified of women talk to women? You don't, because they will eat you alive. They smell fear. They're like sharks in the water. And if they know that you're scared to talk to them, they will fucking eat you alive and take you. They will probably take all your money as well. They will.
Has that happened to you?
Well, if I only when I had a non-existent OnlyFans account that didn't exist. No, the women will eat you alive if you're scared to talk to them. They sense fear. I've learned that from. So yeah, I think that's good advice, Celeste. Is go talk to a therapist about that. Because
You know who wasn't terrified to talk to women? Jesus. You sure about that?
You sure about that? You sure about that? All right, let's go to the next question here. Well, it's kind of stupid. We should start talking again more. Sure. Slide in our DMs.
Yeah, you must both.
All right. Does banging in a room with a pet ruin the mood?
Yes.
100%.
Yes, it does.
100%. I actually have a funny story that involves our esteemed audience member Max. One time I had a woman over at my old house when she was a pup, and she kept on trying to join in the festivities in the bed. And I eventually had to push her out of the room. I had to close the door, and she proceeded to poop on the carpet in front of my door.
That's hot.
So she retaliated for not having her in the bed when I was there. I closed the door, and she proceeded to poop on the carpet. So
yeah. So Roxy brings up a good point. Why was she in the room to begin with?
well, so that
Like, let's do this.
well, so when you have a house to yourself, you keep the doors open. If you have the house to yourself and you're going to get it on, you close the door. You
say get the fuck out and close the door. So in my apartment in Baltimore, I had French doors. I didn't have regular doors.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't want my fucking dogs in here when I'm doing my business. So I bought those like tie things just to keep the doors closed so they could push them open. Like you have to, desperate times call for desperate measures. Like do not let your dog in there.
Yeah. No, because once they come in, they want to start sniffing and hopefully not licking in spots that you don't want sniffed or licked.
Right. How do you know who's licking you?
You don't, and you're just kind of like, oh, I hope that wasn't the dog. Shit, it's gonna be very weird and awkward if that was someone licking my butthole right there. So,
well,
no, because it's your dog. Because it's your dog, get it? That you never saw Euro Trip or Road Trip. Yeah. Okay. If you saw Road Trip, I hope everyone got my reference right there because it's your dog. Yeah, I think that's definitely ruined the mood for fun in the bedroom. Like they definitely need to be put out at some point or locked in the door. Locked outside the room. All right, we got two more questions here before we move on to the final segment of the show here. I got three. Sorry, there's three left. I was hooking up with a guy in a frat house, and 4 guys accidentally interrupted. What's worse, that or your parents walking in on you? Parents walking in on you is absolutely worse because your parents are going to shut that shit down. If
No, if you're my parent, you don't shut it down, and then you tell my best friend about it, and then she tells me later. And then it's just a big elephant in the room. 10 times worse.
Okay. I would say frat house or the parents, because if the frat house guys walked in, maybe that turns into a fun story you tell your friends in a couple of years. You know? I mean, isn't that
Fun stories won't start with your parents walking in.
that is true?
They could start with 4 dudes walking in.
That 100% could be true. Then then it's so I was hooking up with the guy, and then 4 frat house boys walked in, and then they watched, and then one thing led to another. It's always one thing led to another. I always love how when people tell stories, it's well, one thing led to another. It's no, they were fucking horny, and someone took their dick out, or someone started sucking some dick, and then that's how it led to the other. One thing didn't lead to another. Is someone was horny. That's what always happens. So I feel like if you were hooking up with a guy, that could lead to a good story down the line, or one you might regret. One you might regret.
Still better than your parents thing.
Still better than your parents walking in. Because the one thing that sucks about your parents walking in is you have to see them in breakfast the next morning, and that's going to be always for a awkward situation here. All right, we got one question here that's it's a full screener. Yeah, so
Read?
yeah,
I used to read.
I'm asking the audience to read. I'm going to read it here. Celeste, this is going to be a question for you. A couple, let's say 2 years, about 2 years ago, that my younger brother I found out 2 years ago my younger brother's into guys, not by his own admission to me, but by seeing a Grindr notification pop up on his phone. He later did tell me that he's bi, which I'm more than accepting of. But had he not, would it have been right to ask him about that before I knew if he was ready to talk about it? Did anyone in Celeste's life happen to speculate about her sexual orientation before she was aware of them knowing about?
Because there's a lot to unpack there. Whether or not it would have been right to ask your brother, like, I don't have siblings, so it's hard for me to answer that. I don't know what your dynamic is. I have definitely asked people who I've suspected before they're gay, but this was only after I was like, I'm gay too. Like, it's cool if you tell me. I don't know. Like, I think it depends. I don't think I can answer that without knowing the relationship. I think as a general rule, like, maybe don't accuse people of being gay.
Yeah,
Seem to not like that.
Yeah, I feel like even if you saw like the Grindr notification pop up, like I feel like okay, you might know, you might speculate,
Yeah, just
but like
keep that to yourself.
yeah, I feel like you have to let them. And then if they eventually do tell you, you act. Oh wow! I'm accept you. You accept like you don't act like your immediate first reaction to be like, yeah, I knew, or yeah, I kind of figured it out. Like, don't say that. Like, be accepting and act like you didn't. Like, that's my take on that. Like, even if I kind of knew or assumed already, I wouldn't call anyone out on that or be like, hey, bro, are you gay? Like,
Hey, bro, you gay?
hey, bro, I saw you.
If you're comfortable with the person, I say do it. Fuck it. But like, if you're not, then don't.
No, I don't think you should make anyone feel uncomfortable about.
Also, you shouldn't be uncomfortable for being gay.
That's true. 100%. Let's say you're 2024.
Be gay.
If you like dick and pussy, good for you. Like no one should judge you at this. I mean, this isn't fucking 30 years ago. Like it's still like blows my mind nowadays when like someone famous comes out and it's like, yeah, that person's gay. Who cares? Why is it a news announcement nowadays? Like it used to be like that, like in the 90s when someone would come out like, oh, so this person just came out that they're gay. Like, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? It's 2024. There shouldn't be any fucking. There shouldn't have to be a tweet or a press release or a news article about anyone's sexual orientation nowadays. Like everybody likes everything. Who cares? Just fucking live your life, do what you want to do.
That's right.
As long as it doesn't affect anyone else's well-being, who cares?
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we got a good question here. I saved this one for last. What is the perfect titty size?
30-40.
34. Okay, I was gonna say 36C. I feel like when you get a 36C, you get enough bust, you get enough perkiness, and not a lot of sand. I feel like if you go to D, you might get a little sand.
Depends on whose D's they are.
Hmm?
There's a spectrum
Okay.
for sure.
Aaron agreed. Oh, I said 36. Aaron says 34C. So you said 34D,
I like big tits.
and you
We all
cannot,
know this about me,
and you cannot lie.
and I cannot lie.
The other of us can't deny. Raz in the comments. Oh, these comments are flying in fast. 36C is perfect. Exact size of my high school girlfriend was. Dude, you could have just said it's perfect. You didn't need to finish that with the high school girlfriend thing. Jason, not a fan of heavy naturals, confirmed. Like, heavy naturals, yes. I guess if you guys with the perfect size, I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I'm saying if you guys with the perfect sizes, I think it's a 34C. So my wife's sweet, so on board reduction. No, absolutely not. We're not talking reduction here at all. We're just
It's her body, her rules.
God damn it. Whoa. Shit, I think I fucking worked myself into a corner on that one. Yeah, Stu, not your bias, Jason. God damn it.
This is personal for each person. That's also true.
Surprisingly though, like no one has said anything about like D cups or anything, or even double D's or anything like that. Roxy, the best boob size live currently in my hand, and I can agree with that comment. I think
I don't discriminate boobs. Like, if a boob wants to be in my hand, so be it. Let it be.
have you ever had a pair bigger than like triple D? Have you ever had like anything like E, F?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Too big?
No.
No? Okay. Just
I also about like proportion. So if like it's like I like bigger girls, people know this about me. So like if the tits are proportionate and it's bigger, I'm like cool. So be it.
okay. Okay. I think I was with someone. Celeste says suffocate me. That hey, okay. You know, if you wanna get suffocated. I think the biggest I ever been with was like F's. And like, yeah, for me, like I think it's too big. I think they're just like all over the place at that point. They're just like
Yeah.
just can't control them. They're popping out everywhere. And yeah. All right. So we'll get to the final segment of our show. Perfect titty size. All right.
So gay confirmed.
Hey. All right, I'm not gonna respond to that.
Hey, it's 2024. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I was trying to pull up because I got a segment card for our final segment, and we're gonna call it the climax.
I feel like we need noise effects with this.
Oh.
No, I don't want you to make one. I'm out. Jesus Christ.
I'll work on my
Work on your delivery.
I'll work on my sad noise. All right, so for the climax here, so we're gonna start with the the backstory for our segment here, and that is Miley Cyrus's mother, Tish. Sorry, not Trish. Tish Cyrus. She is married right now to Dominic Purcell, who actor, 56. He was from Prison Break. But Dominic had a casual relationship with Noah Cyrus, Tish's daughter. So this guy has banged. He's banged the daughter and the mother, because let's be honest, you don't say you're seeing someone casually. That's booty call, right? Like, especially in Hollywood when you're famous, you don't casually date, you don't hang out, see someone casually. If you're doing that, you're banging. Like, so first off, before we get to our main topic here, is it fucking weird that the mother, is dating or married to now a guy that banged her daughter?
I try not to judge people in their situation. I know if that was me personally, I'd be uncomfortable as fuck.
And uncomfortable, like, as the mom or the daughter?
Both,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, if you're not, like, I guess you do you. You do you.
Yeah,
Everyone just do you.
yeah, I think that's also like a pretty weird thing, like, to be like, oh, hey, we stopped fucking, but now you're here in my life again.
Now you're at Christmas.
Yeah. Hey, now you're asking me what I want for Christmas every
Now
year.
you're my stepdaughter.
And that, as if you go to Pornhub right now and you go to the first page, everything's gonna be stepfather, stepdaughter, stepbro porn. So I mean, maybe the Cyruses are just giving the people what they want as far as what's hot in the streets. But yeah, I think if I was Noah Cyrus, I would be.
I think I would just kill myself.
I would be a little upset if I had some guy like that. If I was in her shoes, some guy was banging, like all of a sudden it showed up. It was like, oh, now you're married to my mom, and I have to see you again. Really, really weird dynamic right there. But Roxy says, "What streets, Jason? The streets. These streets. That's all the streets.
The mean streets of Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Yes, the mean streets of Bolingbrook. Like, you don't want to be walking out. You don't be walking on these streets in the cul-de-sac after dark. You're gonna regret it.
You're gonna be the
Sir, why are you outside of your house after dark? Please return to your home immediately. So the reason why I brought this up, because I wanted to ask, what is your Mount Rushmore of bedroom accomplishments? Because obviously this guy, he hooked up with both the daughter and the mother. So as far as like, and that's, just some certain circles that could be bragging. You could be like, oh yeah, I got the daughter and the mom. Like, so what would you say would be your Mount Rushmore of bedroom like accomplishments?
First of all, you wrote Mount Rushmore.
Ah, god damn it! Let's hide and edit this.
What's my Mount Rushmore? Okay, just to clarify, he means.
There we go. We got Mount Rushmore now.
He means what would be what you think are accomplishments, not personal.
Yeah, not personal experience. So not anything that's personally happened to you, but like
my personal Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, not your
But,
personal,
like,
not my personal. But what would you consider your like a top Mount Rushmore of bedroom accomplishments?
All right, so I got 4 things.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you my first one.
Okay, let's go back and forth. Let's
Yeah.
do it that way.
So my first one would be best friends in a threesome.
Okay.
I feel like from a guy's perspective, I think a lot of people, if you're dating someone, not serious, but if you're dating someone and you see they have a hot best friend, it crosses your mind. You're like, maybe one day we'll all be at their house getting drunk and stuff can happen. So I personally think like one of the ones would be like a threesome with the best friends.
Okay, I'm gonna riff off that because one of mine was twins.
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 That was my second one.
Okay.
So I think twins, not at the same time,
No, not at the same time.
because I don't want to get no incesty weird shit going on here. But I think if you had the twins, whether it's mistaken identity or it's they're okay with it, and or you break up and you date the other one, I think twins is my number 2.
Okay.
So, what else you got?
Well, so I got
Yeah.
Location, all 50 states.
Ooh.
That's a personal goal of mine.
Okay. So, how many states would you say you have accomplished now?
16.
Ooh. Okay. You got the number there. Okay. Well, seeing it's a personal goal, I feel like that would. So, my question is, what do you think would be the hardest state? Alaska.
Alaska or Hawaii, I mean, just because it's gonna take the longest and probably most expensive to get to.
I would probably say like something like Wyoming, because like, why the fuck would you want to go to Wyoming?
Jackson Hole.
Is it pun intended or like?
People go to Jackson Hole to go skiing and stuff.
Okay, well I don't ski or snowboard, so like I don't
Neither do
know.
I.
So you're just gonna use an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the next state on your list?
It's the next state on my list.
Yeah. Do you have one planned, or is it kind of just spontaneous?
So all the trips I have lined up are I think I would like to do Florida just for the danger aspect of it. Because like for my kind, it's not good to do it in Florida.
So you feel like fly in incognito and then just wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and get the fuck out there.
Mhm.
You're not going to Miami Beach for an extended period of time. I mean, like Miami Beach is pretty open and accepting. Like, I think it's just more of like Central Florida you to stay away from.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think.
gonna just go to fucking Orlando.
I mean, I will say though, there's a lot of weird people in Orlando, especially like the Disney people. Like, there are a bunch. I would say if you go to like Miami, you could probably have an extended romp there for a while. I think it's just like the Tampa area, and then like obviously the Panhandle, and like the whole Tampa Central Florida. That's where you want to stay away from. I think Miami has a very open and accepting community that would be okay with down there. Maybe we would get away with it on the beach too.
I don't want sand in my holes.
That's
I'm anti-sand in my holes.
here it says Florida Keys are gay as fuck. So that still counts. Florida Keys still counts as Florida.
Oh,
All right.
yes, I'm in Florida.
All right. So I said best friends and threesome. I said twins. My other one would be what the Cyruses. It would be mother and daughter. Again, not at the same time, but it would be my accomplishment would be like if you hooked up with both the mom and the daughter. I feel like that is a great bedroom accomplishment as well. Mucho bragging rights for that. You got another one?
I'm gonna again rip off of you, not mother-daughter, but I'm gonna go brother-sister.
Okay. That's a good one. Okay. You're taking the whole, I like it. You're thinking outside the box here, literally. Brother, sister. Good call. My last one would probably be a celebrity. I think anytime you hook up with a celebrity, that's a great accomplishment that you can brag about to your friends about. So I never come close, obviously, to any celebrity, so I don't think I ever would. But that would be my number 4. What would you agree?
Mine just numbers,
Just number, just body count.
but at the same time,
So like gangbang.
if that's what you want to call it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean like orgy.
Yeah, orgy is
Orgy.
the common vernacular.
Yeah. So gangbang would be many against one. Orgy would be many of many.
The gangbang has the implication that it's like many against one. Orgy is like it's all together.
Yes. So orgies. All okay. So you just want like you want to have like the biggest orgy in the history of orgies.
Maybe. I wouldn't.
Whatever works.
Back in my day, maybe.
All right. So that was our Mount Rushmore of accomplishments. Interested to see what you were what everyone else is in the comments would think about this as well. But I guess we reached the hour. That's the end of our show tonight.
Right? An hour right on the dot.
Right, hour right on the dot. Look at us. We are punctual tonight. So
Nothing sexier than being punctual.
that's true. So to everyone tonight, thank you for joining us on Night Calls. We appreciate all the people who commented, who liked, who submitted questions, topics. We'll be back next month, and we can't wait to give you more very horrible, do not take our advice. So that's Spaghetti, Meatball, and till next time, cheers.
Cheers.